And welcome to All About Women. Let's talk. Okay. Good evening to as many of you. I really hope that you all I really hope that you all have enjoyed yourself so far and you've had a great and wonderful evening. Guys, bear with me. Yes. So I hope that you all have enjoyed yourself and had a great and a wonderful evening this new year. Mostly that right now.
To your topic, we just enter New Year, talk about the New Year,
Yeah.
everything. People, when you see people start coming well,
Yeah. So mostly that this new year, New Year's Eve, is a lovely year. Wow, it is so amazing that we have crossed into 2026. Can you believe it? Even me myself, I can't believe it. Wow. Another new year, a new season for each and every one of us to make our New Year's resolution of what we want to leave behind and the new things that you want to kind of improve on. Wow, I really can't believe it. A lot of people right now. A lot of people right now. Some of them are in the club right now having a great time. Some of them are in the pub having a great time and having lots of drinks. Yeah, this very new year is one of the best New Years. In fact, New Year in the whole is always very good, and mostly the fact that on New Year's that there's free transport up until like 1:15 in the morning, and then everything goes back to normal, and everyone resumes to work. Anyway, so yeah. Before we start, I would just like to say that Happy New Year. Because even tomorrow we're going into the main New Year itself, so this is just New Year's Eve. So I would just like to say Happy New Year to as many of us all around the world, across the globe, who have really been looking for us to enter 2026, because majority of us have been praying that, wow, when is 2025 gonna end? And now it's finally ended. Guys, you won't even believe that. Even me myself, I almost forgot that we're now in 2026. Even Mr. Jimmy had to remind me that no, this is 2026 now. And mostly the fact that, look, that because we've been so used to 2025 and we have, hello, hi, thank you for coming on, I really appreciate. So anyway, back to what I'm saying, mostly that we all are so used to 2025, we're still yet to recover that 2025 is now over. But yes, anyway, yeah, Happy New Year to as many of you. And I really wish the best. Hello and welcome. Thank you for coming on. Bear with me so I can just bring this a little bit, a little bit forward so I can, hello, welcome, so that I can kind of see the messages. Yeah, what's up? Thank you for coming on. Yeah, hello and thank you for coming on. Now, today is another special boompa topic, which I know that many of you are really going to enjoy. I know that quite a lot of you already like all my topics and everything. But yes. Now today's topic that we are going to be talking about, very special, is how to start 2026 with a clear mind and a strong heart. So that's the topic that we'll be talking about. But in case if some of you didn't hear, I'll repeat it one more. How to start 2026 with a clear mind and a strong heart. So that's exactly what we are going to be talking about today. But again, before we start, many of you may or may not know me, but it's your girl, Adez. Now, as we start, men and women, a lot of men and women right now, where they are, some of them are probably relaxing in their living room or in their bedroom, and they sit right now and they think, how are they going to start 2026 with a clear mind? This is what they will be thinking right now, wherever they are, and a strong heart. So mainly they will be thinking about this, thinking of ways that they can start 2026. Because again, this is a new year entirely, a new year, a new chapter for a new beginning. And just like it says in the Bible, old things are passed away and all things are made new. So now a lot of people will be thinking, hi. A lot of people, as in men and women, will be thinking, how are they going to start it? And right now, I would just say to as many women, men and women, that, oh yeah, the Holy Spirit, yes, you are definitely right, yeah. So yeah, right now, I would just kind of say to as many women and men that yes, you can start the new year, first of all, by thinking to yourself, what is your New Year's resolution? That is where you will start from. Think about what is your New Year's resolution, what you want to leave behind, anything that has been bothering you, that you've been struggling with since 2025, that you have been wanting to stop. So that is very good, and I'm really happy with that. So back to what I'm saying. So yes, many women and men, they will be thinking right now that what are they going to let go of, anything or what has been bothering them, and what is hard for them to leave behind. So some women, men, or shall I say even many women and men right now, they are really struggling with certain things that they have adapted since they were a child up until a teenager, and they are kind of still struggling with it up until now, and thinking of how they are going to eventually or even come out of it completely. So there's many things that men and women are really struggling with right now to stop it completely. I mean, yeah, it's not really easy. It's not easy to let go of something that you have adapted to for many years. It's not easy to just wake up one day and say, oh, that this very life that this very life that they've lived for so long, to let go of it, is not really easy at all. It's so not easy, but it is a long process. But mainly, it's just about the dedication of you saying that no, enough is enough of this very problem that I have had for a very long time, for many years. This kind of problem that has almost destroyed my life and is really wrecked my life. And it's just kind of like you saying that I want to stop. I want to stop that life. It's just about you thinking and just putting it in your mind that you want to stop. That you want to stop this life. But at the same time, yes, again, yeah, you are definitely right. But yes, but at the same time, most of these things that we have adapted in our life, it's not that is really an intentional thing. It's one of those things that we kind of inherited from our parents. Yeah. So certain characters, certain behaviors that most men and women behave right now is as a result to their parents, because when they were a child growing up, they've seen their parents like behave in ways that even they themselves has been wondering that, I mean, why is my parents behaving in such a manner? Why is my parents always arguing with themselves, fighting with themselves? And at the end of the day, when that child now grows up into an adult, that child will now be acting the exact same thing as their parents, and people will be wondering that, why is this person behaving like this? But they won't seem to understand that is their parents that kind of made them to be behaving like this. But in a nutshell, many men and women right now, all around the world, wherever they are really struggling with certain things that they are battling to stop completely. Some of them, or should I say, majority of it is not ordinary. It's not ordinary at all. While some like characters is just an ordinary thing. And mostly for example, when a child kind of gets angry because of something that they see, they'll act out, and mostly that when they go to school, they will definitely act out by causing a lot of fights, fighting with their teachers, screaming. Then the principal of the school will have to kind of call the mother or the parents in, and to kind of discuss with them and ask them that, sir, madam, is everything okay with your child? Because the way your child is acting right now is not really ordinary. It's not ordinary at all, and we are very, very concerned with the way your child is behaving. Then they will now kind of explain to the principal of the school that, look, that maybe because our child is very stressed and tired, that they've not slept well, or maybe someone has gotten them angry somewhere, and they are just kind of looking for where they can kind of pour their anger out on. But at the end of the day, it's not kind of really meant to be so, or maybe is as a result to the way they've seen their parents kind of arguing and fighting themselves, so they feel that, okay, to express their attention is by doing the exact same thing. But I would just say to as many men and women who are kind of struggling, mostly that their parents with their children that behave certain characters that even you yourself has even forgotten that this is how you behaved once upon a time. It's just kind of about talking to your children, sitting them down, talking to them, and letting them know that, look, I know why you are acting the way you are. I know that many years ago you've actually seen me and your mom constantly arguing and fighting ourselves, but it's not an intentional thing. It's just that sometimes your mom gets me angry sometimes. So even me myself, I won't even know when I even lose it. But don't worry, things will get better. Me and your mom will sort out our problems. It's just generally normal adult to adult disagreement, but it's not that will constantly be happening. So if you sit your child down, talk to them and say that, look, that this is the situation of thing, yeah, they will understand. They will understand that, okay, that this is just a minor thing which both parents go through. But sometimes, generally, it's not always great for your child to actually witness you arguing and fighting yourself in their presence, because they will not be comfortable with it. They will not be comfortable with it. They will actually display it outside. So it's better that, okay, even if two parents are having disagreement, it's better for you to kind of like settle, like try and even settle your disagreement amongst yourself even before your child even walks in. In fact, it's even better that you don't even scream at all. I mean, try your best. Even if your wife or your partner gets you upset, it's kind of better to like distance yourself for some hours, or at least kindly ask your wife or your partner to step out of the room, that you kind of need some moments or some hours to kind of to reflect and to just be on your own. Because the husband has the right to tell his wife that, look, that he needs a bit of time to himself so that he can cool off his anger. Because we women are the weaker vessels. Obviously majority, I'm not gonna say majority, I will say that practically all of us, we do kind of often do things to get our husbands upset and angry, even though that the husband doesn't really want to get angry. But even we ourselves, it is not that we kind of intentionally get our husband angry. So maybe, for example, if your husband kind of tells you that, look, to take it in turns and to go and pick up the kids, and you're giving your husband all manner of excuses that, yes, although we agreed that I will pick up the kids, unfortunately I've just been called in for a last minute meeting. I know that, yes, I have finished work, but I need to kind of be around for the meeting because I need to kind of understand what is going on, why my boss has asked me to actually to stay behind for the meeting. So unfortunately I'll need to kind of stay behind for the meeting. But sometimes, okay, both husband and wife, both husband and wife works, and that's understandable. And it's kind of good for the husband and wife to work in order for both parties to kind of support themselves. And mostly when the children are around, mostly man and wife that has children, obviously money needs to come in, money needs to flow in order to cater for your children. Apart from that, if you have a very big family, a large family, both in Europe, both in Africa, or whichever part of Africa, or maybe in another continent entirely. If you have a very big family that depends on you, for financial assistance, yeah, of course they will kind of need your support. Guys, bear with me because something is tickling me in my jaw. Um, oh, that's a bit better. My apologies for that. So yeah, now back to what I'm saying. So yes, so mostly when men and women they have a large family that lives in Europe or in Africa or in another continent entirely. They depend on their son or their daughter to kind of really help. Mostly the wife as well. And sometimes when parents that actually doesn't live in Europe struggles financially, they will call their son and their daughter, even the wife, and say that, look, our wife, yeah, I understand that, look, that you are really, really struggling where you are. I know that things are not really easy for you, but yeah, we do kind of need a little bit of assistance. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be all the time, but we do every now and again need your financial assistance to be able to get one or two things, because obviously in Africa, majority, not I won't even say majority, all of us know that in Africa that mostly when it comes to food, it is very expensive. It's even more expensive over there than Europe. Even Europe, where we are, I mean where I am right now, London, it is expensive. Yeah, food is very expensive, but not as expensive as Nigeria. And then medicine. To get medicine is not easy. It is not easy to get medicine. But with us that lives here in Europe, in London, because quite a lot of us is under NHS. So yeah, when it comes to medicine and prescription, we get it free. We don't need to pay for it, because yeah, majority of us is on state benefit, and it kind of covers the medicine and your dental check as well, and which is very good. But compared to Africa like Nigeria, yeah, it's not easy, and I'm not gonna lie, it is not easy, because I've been to Nigeria. I go there every year. I go there every year for holiday, to enjoy myself, rather than staying in London from year to year. Sometimes it's kind of good to travel out and explore other countries, see how other countries are like, other than just sitting in one place, because your mind will be telling you that, look, I can't stay in one place, and it's not good for me to stay in one place, because yes, although you are used to this environment, but sometimes your mind and your heart will be telling you, I want to travel, I want to go and see how other countries is, I want to see how Africa is, I want to tap into their vitamin C, D and E. I want to see how it is like. But sometimes with Africa, it's quite hot. It's quite hot. I'm not gonna lie. It is hot. It's just that their hotness can be a little bit extreme. But whenever we are in summer here, our own is mixed with air and with heat as well. But the most important thing is that it's very, very good for we as men and women to be able to say to yourself that, look, I'm struggling with this certain habit and I want to stop it. So sometimes, mostly men and women who struggle with these certain habits, if you are a believer and you believe in God and you are a Christian, it's very good for you to take these problems to God and to pray about it. It's very, very good, because God has done a lot in my life where I thought that there was not hope. God has done a lot in my life. I don't know for many of you right now, wherever you are, but yeah, God has done a lot in my life and has really helped me in every areas of my life where my life was almost shattered. And He can do the exact same thing. He can do the same thing to any of you if you have faith and always believe in Him and pray to Him against these problems and these characters that you are finding it so hard to stop. There is nothing that He cannot do. So all I would just say to men and women, that yes, if you are struggling with certain habits that you know that you're finding it hard to stop, take it to God in prayer and let Him know that, look, I am battling with this. I have grown with these characters and it's not good for me. People are running away from me. People doesn't even want to be my friend because of my characters. And Lord, please help me. Help me to overcome these characters, because I really want to give it up. Hello and welcome from Kenya. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate. And yes, so do turn to God and tell God to please help you to overcome these characters. Because yeah, it's so important, because like I did say, that most of these characters that we act is not ordinary, while some of them is just a normal thing. And we can come out of it. Yeah, we can come out of it. It's just having faith, dedication, and putting a lot of effort into it to finally give it up. And I know that you can, and that you can if you kind of put your mind to it. Now, we are going to go into the first steps now. First of all, I would like to say good day to everyone, and welcome to this live. We are officially in a new year, 2026. This calendar has changed. The numbers are new, and many people are asking the same question quietly. Right now, in some countries, people are probably an hour ahead of us or an hour behind us, and majority of people, both men and women, they've already set their clock an hour forward already, while some in their countries, because their countries are different, maybe their own is that they have to kind of set their clock back an hour. I mean, I don't know. I don't know for other countries. I don't kind of really know how it works there, but maybe it's like that in other countries. But I know mostly in Europe. Yeah, when it comes to New Year, when it comes to Christmas, New Year, we have to kind of set our clock an hour forward, and whereas in summer we set our clock an hour back as well. So yeah, it's like that. But so I would also like to say, how do we get started this year well? This is a question that I want to kind of put out to as many men and women. This is the question I want to put out. So many of you can kind of answer this question whenever you can, because I know that many of you right now are kind of still at work, and maybe rounding up to finish work so that you can enjoy the remaining of the new year, while those that are in the healthcare sector has to actually work into the next day, unfortunately, because mostly those mostly those that actually work in the hospital or works in the care home, the level of patients that needs to be attended to, they can't really afford to have shortage of staff. So there needs to be a lot of staff, even in the care homes as well. There need to be a lot of staff. So yeah, they actually have no choice but to even. Hi, thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate. So yeah, they don't kind of really have the chance to celebrate New Year. Even maybe they'll probably even celebrate the New Year in the hospital with their fellow staff members. The same thing in the care homes as well, because they don't really have the chance to spend it with their family. I am great, thank you. Thank you so much for asking. I really appreciate you asking. How about you? How is the family? And Happy New Year to you as well. So yes, anyway, back to what I'm saying. So yeah, so the hospital and care homes, yeah, they can't afford to have shortage of staff, and because they don't have the chance to spend it with their family, the least that they will do is spend it with their fellow colleagues, their fellow staff. Then what they will do that when they have break, they will have to kind of video call their families, their kids, and yeah, they have to video their family, their kids, and kind of celebrate their New Year's with them while they're on video. And and then they'll obviously say to them that my apologies that I was not physically able to celebrate with you guys, but you know how it is in the hospital. The level of patients they kind of need me, and mostly the fact that the hospital are kind of short of staff. So yeah, they really need me to be here. Then when some of the staff kind of not able to celebrate with their family, as in the senior nurse, the senior nurse or the head nurse will actually say to their staff that since you're not kind of really able to celebrate with your family members, and because you have actually, thank you so much, and because you have actually been there for us and helped us out I would just kind of like to say to as many staff who have really been dedicated to taking care of these patients is that what we're going to do is that we're going to give you about 3 weeks off for you to make up for the time that you were not able to kind of celebrate with your family. So that's what the hospital will do. They'll give them time off to just to celebrate with their family and take them out to where they planned on taking their families out and their kids, but which they were not able to do. Oh, thank you. I'm flattered with all these with these I'm flattered with these little these words and appreciation. Thank you. Anyway, so yes, back to what I'm saying. So yeah, the families, they will now be able to take their, as in the employees will be able to take their families out and also be able to take their kids out as well to where they actually planned on taking them, if not that they were not able to be there physically. So they will now use that as an opportunity to celebrate with their families and their kids. Now, today's conversation is not about pressure. I love it. Oh, thank you so much. I really appreciate. So today's conversation is not about pressure. It's not about gender. It's not about who did better last year. So yes, this new year is not really about, hello, welcome, thank you for coming on. So yes, so this new year is not about everything that we have gone through. It's not about the pressure. It's not about the gender, whether if you're a man or woman. That's not what it's about. Oh, okay, no worries, that's fine. But thank you for coming on anyway. I really appreciate you coming on. Thank you, and good night. Good night wherever you are. Yeah, hi. Yeah, hi. Thank you for coming on. I really appreciate that. And anyway, guys. So before I continue, please, guys, I would really appreciate if as many of you can help me to subscribe and to comment, like me, share with your friends and your colleagues. Share with another fellow woman like yourself as well that really needs this message as well. Please help me and spread this message viral. I really appreciate that. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. So yes, it's not about gender, whether if you're a man or a woman. And it's not about who did better last year. Mainly, it is just about us as individuals, men and women. It's just about us being better, getting better, and leaving everything that we've passed through behind us. That is mainly what it's about. This is a human conversation for anyone who wants to begin 2026 with clarity, stability, and intention. So yes, to as many men and women who want to begin 2026 with clarity, clarity, stability, and the intention to improve and to get better with whatever it is that has really been holding you back last year. If you are here, it means that you want something better. Not necessarily louder, not necessarily faster, but healthier. So as many women and men who are here, it means that you want something better. It means that you want to improve your life, where you have really been struggling to overcome these battles that you have lingered with for so many years, since you were a child up until a teenager, and you've carried it into your adulthood. So it means that you want to become better and to leave that baggage and let it go completely. And mainly that you want something better for yourself and to have a healthier lifestyle as well. Part 2. Why a new year feels confusing? Yes, men and women are kind of still confused up until now. This new year, they're still confused up until now on what they want to do. Mostly that a new year often feels confusing because expectation rises instantly. Now again, I will refer back to Africa, to Nigeria, because a lot of us knows that Nigeria is very, very, very hard. And mostly the fact that a lot of citizens there, they struggle financially to make ends meet. And like I said, because every year that I go to Nigeria, even the last time that I went there, I remember when me and Mr. Jimmy White, we were going to we were going to the beach with my family, my sister-in-law, the younger ones, and my cousin-in-law as well. I remember, when me and Mr. Jimmy White were going to the beach, we came across a young girl who actually kind of has a disability. She was kind of struggling, and she was selling a lot of things. She was selling papaya. She was selling ground nuts. She was also selling like drinks, like Fanta. In Nigeria they call it mineral. She was also selling mints as well. So a whole lot of things that she was selling. Because she's been out all day and she was not able to sell anything at all. Then and because we actually really felt so sorry for her to be struggling and not have been able to sell anything. So me and Mr. Jimmy White decided to actually buy some from her, and we gave her money for those items that we actually purchased from her. And she was very happy. She was so happy that wow, that I have been out since morning, during the early hours of the morning, and I've not sold anything. And me and him actually bought something from her. And she was so happy that she was jumping up, and she was jumping up that she had to kind of call one or two people, and was happy, was saying that yes, I finally sold something. I actually really felt so sorry for the girl. That wow, that this girl is hustling in the hot sun, in the piping hot sun. This girl was hustling, and she hadn't sold anything. If not that me and Mr. Jimmy White had to buy things from her, she would not have been able to go home with any money at all. It really shows that Nigeria, it is so hard. And that's why that when Nigeria sees the opportunity, and they actually see people that come from another country entirely, they will actually want to become their friends and get to know them, with the hope that maybe the foreigners will kind of be touched to kind of help them out as well. So they'll kind of want to become friends with them and get to know them and stay around them as well, hoping that they will kind of get something, even if it's not much. But I am really praying for Nigeria, that one day Nigeria will get better. I'm really praying for Nigeria. Practically every day as well, which I kind of do include in my prayers as well. Because really it's not really fair. It's not fair on the citizens of Nigeria that they have to kind of suffer with the hardship in Nigeria. It's not fair. But I will kind of say to many Nigerians that lives in Nigeria, that just stay motivated in what you're doing, whatever line of work that you see yourself doing. Just stay motivated, just be diligent and dedicated, and continue to put effort into saving as much as you can, even though that you don't get paid well. But I'll just say that just manage what you can until something better comes one day. And also, I will also just say to many people that that new energy, new motivation, new discipline, and new direction. So also, in a nutshell, as many men and women who expect new energy, new vibes, new motivation. So many men and women who is expecting for other people to motivate them in one way or another, to help them out in their kind of line of business, invest a little amount of money to their business in order for them to be able to get more profit as well. So they kind of want to get ideas from other people of how they can actually improve. So they will prefer for that person to motivate them and show them the other line of business that they are doing and how they manage to get to where they are. And also they really would want men and women from wherever they come from to be disciplined. So by the time that they're disciplined, they will be able to learn from them, and to be directed as well, to be directed to the right path, the right way, in order for them to be able to succeed and excel in their business, and even decide that maybe they would want to they want to open a new branch in another country entirely and establish there for a couple of years, like 2 years or 3 years, at least until that new branch stands very well, and then eventually when it does, they'll kind of recruit people who are already living in that country to work with them, so that they can actually be able to start getting more profit. So sometimes they would like to, men and women will actually like to get directions from these foreigners to see how they can also improve on their business as well. But the truth is, many people enter New Year still processing life. Yeah. Men and women, yeah, they will enter New Year still processing life, because why they're still processing is because that they've been through a lot from January to December of last year, and they are still processing everything they have gone through and how things can become better. So yeah, it will take time, but at the end of the day, they will eventually kind of get through it. And that's okay. So yes, it is good. It is very good for, it's very good for men and women. It's very good to enter the new year. I mean, it's very good for them to enter the new year thinking of how to improve their life and how they can kind of get, as in, send their old life away. So it is good. But again, it is a process. It's not really easy to just, again, to wake up one day and to say that, that I'm going to stop, and yet you're still. Okay, all right then. That's good. So yes. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So it is not easy to say to yourself that, look, this life I've been living for many years has really been so used to me, and then for me to give it up just like that is actually going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot of effort, a lot of dedication, and it's going to take prayers as well to kind of help me to kind of come out of it as well. You don't need to feel excited to start well. You don't need to feel strong to be moving forward. You don't really necessarily need to feel excited to start well. It depends on you. It depends on you. Depends how depends on you, what your heart and your mind is telling you. It depends. But as far as it is something good that your mind and heart is telling you, sometimes it's good to follow your heart and your mind, as far as it tells you the right thing. But if it doesn't, then that means that it's giving you mixed information. So sometimes if it gives you mixed information, don't follow it. Clarity does not come from rushing. Clarity comes from honesty. Men and women often seek clarity in life. They do. They seek clarity in life, in every situation. Wherever they see themselves, or whatever problem they land themselves in, they want to seek clarity on how this problem can be sorted out. And at the same time, they also would like for that person to admit to that very problem that just came out of nowhere. They don't kind of like people that are not really genuine, are not really honest with what they say and do. So they kind of really will want clarity from that person and honesty as well to be able to know what happened, why it happened. They want that. Part 3. What does it mean to have a clear mind? A clear mind does not mean an empty mind. Yes, it does not mean an empty mind, for your mind to be empty. No, it doesn't mean that. It means you are aware of what you are carrying, you understand your limits, you recognize the pattern instead of repeating them. So yes, so it is very important for men and women to always be aware of what you carry, to always understand your limit, and it's always very good for you to recognize the pattern instead of repeating them. So even if it's kind of a problem that has happened, it's better for you to recognize those patterns, to recognize those patterns of where it started from instead of repeating them. I mean, yeah, it's good for you to try your best not to not to make sure that you repeat those same things again. A clear mind asks questions like, what drains me? If you have a clear mind, which many of us women do, men and women do. If you have a clear mind, it's very important for us men and women to ask ourselves this question, what drains me? You need to establish what drains you a lot, what drains your energy. You really need to establish it, get to the root of it, of what really drains you. And when you actually are able to figure it out, then it will be better for you. It will be better for you. You're able to tackle where that problem is coming from, so that it won't drain you. It will never kind of drain you again. What restores me? Now these are questions. These are questions that I'm asking both men and women. What restores me? What matters now? And what no longer deserves my energy? So these are the questions that I'm asking men and women. And please, if you guys can help me to answer these questions, it will be so much appreciated. Starting 2026 will begin, starting 2026 will begin with mental honesty, not mental pressure. So no matter your state of mind, if you're suffering from mental health issues, at least it's still kind of good for you to kind of, first of all, to acknowledge it, to acknowledge your mental health issues, and come out in the open, be honest with it, so that people can help you, and they will not they will not kind of put that pressure on you because you are being honest. You're being honest about your mental health. If your mind feels heavy, it does not mean you are failing. Many of us, men and women, we go through a lot, and our heart often becomes so heavy that we are unable to bear to bear the heaviness of the heart. But it does not mean you are failing. Whatever it is that bothers you, that is heavy on your heart, it doesn't mean that you have failed at all. It does not mean it. It means that it means that you are kind of on the process of thinking of how to kind of take away these heavy burdens that you are thinking of. If your mind, I've just said that. So it means you are thinking. Yeah, so it does mean that you are thinking about those very problems. Part 4. What it means to have a strong heart. A strong heart is not a hard heart. A strong heart can feel without so it can feel without collapsing, care without overgiving, love without losing itself. Now, I'm gonna break it down one after the other. Your heart can be strong without it failing or collapsing. Again, depending on what you're thinking about. Your heart is able to care for other people, like your loved ones, your kids, without overgiving. For example, like money. Your heart can also love without losing itself as well. So that is very, very important to always make sure that your heart does care for people. Without kind of overgiving. I mean, yes, it's very good to give. It's very, very good for you to give. But too much of overgiving will eventually kind of cause you money worries. And you wouldn't kind of really want that as well. Strength is not pretending nothing affects you. Many women who has a lot of strength, they don't pretend. They don't pretend at all. Yeah, they don't pretend at all. They are really genuine in anything that they're doing. But whether if it's business, whether if it's work, they are genuine and they prefer to be very, very strong so that they won't kind of really depend on anyone. And even as they don't like to pretend, it will not affect you at all. Strength is learning how to process what does. A strong heart forgives but also remembers lessons. Now, men and women who have who has been through like a problem, or someone has offended them, whether if it's your spouse or whether if it's your husband, or whether if it's your siblings, they easily forgive. They forgive them because they're family, and instead of having that grudge against your own family, it is better for you to forgive your family, despite the fact that they have offended you so many times. Your family is your family, so you need to learn how to forgive them. But even though that you forgive them, you will always remember those things that they have actually done to you. And at the end of the day, you kind of learn from those things that they have done to you. As you will learn it as a lesson that, look, that although my spouse or my husband has offended me, and I forgave them, although I'm kind of still touched and a little hurt, I have moved forward. But yeah, every now and again I will kind of reflect on that problem as a way of actually learning from those things that's happened. A strong heart hopes, but also sets boundaries. Anybody that has a strong heart always hopes that things will get better and can happen instantly. They always have hope, and when their hope is very high, they set boundaries for themselves that, look, that on such a day I'm not going to kind of watch TV all day, or I am going to kind of revise for a couple of hours, or run some errands for my parents. Then after that, after they've done all of that, they've kind of set that for themselves as a continuous thing. So they've set those boundaries for themselves. So, like, in a way, they've set those boundaries for themselves that they know that is a must, that they need to keep doing it constantly without complaint as well. So they've set these boundaries for themselves and know that, yes, they need to constantly be doing this. A strong heart stays kind without self-destruction. People who have a strong heart, their heart stays kind. They stay kind, nice to people. They're always nice to people without deviating, going the wrong way, as in going on the wrong side of the law. So they always do their best to stay kind and to kind of keep themselves away from self-destruction and destruction, so that they don't kind of get themselves into any form of trouble. That is emotional maturity. So with all of this, it shows that person, that mostly men and women, it shows emotional maturity. So it shows that they are really mature in what they say and they do. Part 5. Balance self-care and responsibility. Starting 2026 well means balance. It's not all about me. It's not all about me. Not that I don't matter at all. So mainly, it's about taking care of ourselves as a man and woman. Constantly taking care of ourselves, self-caring, kind of like meeting up with your expectations, your needs, not neglecting yourself, putting yourself first sometimes. But one thing that you need to know, that it is not just about you. And it's not just about you. I don't matter. I don't matter at all. But what I'm trying to say here is that you matter. You matter. One thing that I would also say to men and women, that you should never ever think that you do not matter at all, because you do. You do. But I take care of myself so that I can show up better for others. Now, we as men and women, we often take care of ourselves so that we can become better for other people, and for other people to learn from you as well. So sometimes it's kind of good to continue taking care of yourself so that you can be able to show a good example for other people. Rest is not laziness. Resting is not you being lazy at all. Like I said yesterday, having a rest is one of those normal things as a human being, as a man or woman. Resting is one of those normal things, because we can't really get everything done at once. In fact, we're not even expected to get everything done at once. Sometimes we need to kind of take a rest in between, to take a break in between. Is very good, and it's often important for us to have a rest in between, so that you don't eventually break down. Because we want to be strong. We want to be strong for our families, our kids. We want to be strong for the society as well, so that the society can also be able to learn from us. Reflection is not weakness. Reflecting on problems or something that has actually happened, you are not weak. That is one thing that people need to kind of take off their mind, because although someone somewhere has told you that you're weak, no, you are not. Please take that off your mind, because if you continue to project that in your mind, then it will kind of make you to do the unexpected, and that's the last thing you want. So rather than thinking that you're weak, rather keep saying to yourself that you're strong. Healing is not selfish. Men and women are currently healing from a lot of things, from their past life to what has happened to them last year, 2025. They are healing. They're currently healing, and in fact, even on the process of that healing. It does not mean that they're selfish, because they're not. They are not selfish. They just want to be somewhere where they can heal fully. When people heal, families improve. When people grow, communities improve. Now, when men and women, people, mostly people, they heal from their past life, or anything that has happened to them in the past up until last year, families are able to like to move forward. They're able to improve because that very person has healed from what has happened to them. They're able to be happy, be joyful and smiling, and it has really helped their families to improve from that. They're also able to grow, and the communities are able to also improve as well. So they're able to grow from that very problem that they have faced. They're able to grow from that problem, and they've actually caused the impact in the community, in the lives of people. So maybe they've kind of shared their life story with one or two people in the community, and they have been able to cause a great impact and touch people's lives within the community. We don't become better human beings by ignoring ourselves. It is very important as men and women that we should never ignore ourselves. We need to, we should not ignore ourselves. We should always actually, oh, thank you. We should always put ourselves first. Put ourselves first. Every single one of us, men and women, we need to put ourselves first in anything and everything that we do. Never ever ignore. Oh, okay. Never ever ignore yourself. Because ignoring yourself, unless it's you. No, it's certainly not me. I'm just kind of generalizing this for both men and women. But it's not me. I can never ignore myself. So yes. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. It is very important that we, as men and women, do not ignore ourselves. Absolutely, I'll listen to your words. Again, no, I don't. I always oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I do appreciate that. Wow. So yes. So a lot of us men and women, yeah, we should always put ourselves and never put ourselves first, and never neglect ourselves. Because although we sacrifice a lot and we always do a lot of shopping for our families, our kids, and then you end up practically overspending that you are not able to have money for yourself to get what you want to buy. So you end up kind of neglecting yourself. No, that kind of needs to reduce. So sometimes it's better to kind of take care of yourself first by buying what you like to buy for yourself, even if it's 1 or 2 items or 3 items, before you can now buy things for your family and your kids as well. Balance is the goal. It is always good for us. Like on the aeroplane, you put your oxygen mask on before helping someone else. Yes, you are right. You are definitely right about that. Yeah, It's practically, it's almost similar to that. When you're on the plane, obviously, yes, they will tell you to kind of put on your oxygen mask, because when people are traveling to various countries, they kind of want to test the oxygen mask to test that is working. So sometimes they'll kind of tell the customers to kind of put on the oxygen mask for some minutes, breathe in and out of it, just so that they know that it's working, so that in case should something happen, God forbid, then they know that it's actually working. But balance is balance is mainly the goal. It is mainly the goal. Beautiful and brains. Beautiful and brains. I know it. I will stop. Okay, it's fine. But still feel free to comment. It's fine. I have no problem with that. I even like the comments, so it's okay. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. So balance is the goal. It with life mainly is about balance, and at the same time, as you're balancing, you're aiming towards that goal. So sometimes whatever it is that you face, you're balancing it out, kind of you're weighing the problem, knowing where that problem comes from. Then you'll kind of decide in a way, how tedious is that problem. Like, is it very heavy? Oh, okay. Oh, wow. So they'll kind of weigh out that problem, the most tedious ones that kind of bothers them so much. They'll weigh it out, and then they will work towards those ones, and the ones that are less. It's not that they will not work towards the ones that are less, but they'll target the ones that are more tedious and are more of a worry. They'll target those ones. Once they sort it out, they'll now sort out the ones that are less of a problem, and they're still able to sort that out as well. Part 6. So practical resets, questions for 2026. So again, to as many men and women, I have more questions for you. more questions for you. The first question is, what habits have helped you? That's the first question. The second question is, what habits have hurt you? To as many men and women, if you can write this down as I'm saying them out. What relationships added value into your life? The fourth question is, what relationships has drained you? As many of you, my family and I, both, both alcohol, unfortunately, my family and I. Some women I got with. Oh wow, that's sad. Hopefully, I'm hoping that 2026, that this new year you'll find someone better, and this 2026, hopefully by God's grace, God will help you overcome the alcohol that you're having trouble with. But I'll pray for you. So now, the sixth question is, are you willing to let go? Are you willing to let go of it? Okay, that's good. So yeah, you can write this down. Okay, that's good. So yeah, are you willing to let go? Or so what are you willing to let go of to as many women and men? Now, what am I willing to work on? So this actually is centering to all of you. What are you willing to work on? So whatever you're having trouble with, oh, I'm willing to. Okay. Low key, I'm willing to let go. Sorry, how do you mean by low key? I don't kind of really understand that. Please, if you can kind of let me know. Okay. My notes is. My note is. Oh, okay. No problem. Anyway, so back to what I'm saying. What am I? Yeah, I've already said this question. Now, so the seventh one is, you don't need to answer. You don't need to kind of answer every single of the questions today. I think I might just go. I think I might just go away somewhere secretly so that they don't find me. Hi, welcome. Then I don't need more. To be honest with you, I don't think that that's kind of really a good idea to kind of go away secretly without your parents knowing about it. If they think I disappear, it might be better. It might be best. Then no one is sad. Yeah, it's not really. That one is not really a good idea, because if you decide to disappear, your parents will get worried sick, and you kind of really wouldn't want for your parents to be worried, because when any of their children that are missing, they will never ever be the same again. So it's kind of better. It's better to stay with your parents. Talk to your parents if you have to. I will be gone. I'll be gone regardless. They don't have to see my wrist. They shouldn't have to see that. Oh, okay. But still, please, you will definitely get your parents very, very worried. They will be worried sick, please. I don't think that is the best idea for you to take, for you to disappear, for your parents not to see you again. It's just like you running away. You don't need to, whatever is bothering you is better. They already beat me when I talk to them. My mom keeps crying. Oh wow, that's sad. No, please, no, please. Do not, no, please do not do that. Do not do that. Don't end it, please. For the at least for the sake of your mother, please. For the sake of her, is not really appropriate that you think in that kind of way. It's just, please, no, please don't do that. Do not do that at all, okay? Rather, just is if you feel that way, maybe it's kind of better to kind of sit down and talk with your dad. Talk with your dad and explain to your dad and tell your dad that look, that you don't like the way your mum is treating you, and he will actually sit her down and find out what the problem is and talk to her. But please don't do that, because you'll worry your parents, please. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. So yeah, you don't need to answer all the questions today. You only just need willingness. My dad gave me, huh? Oh wow! Oh, I didn't know that, but wow, that's sad. But if you're facing that kind of problem, I would just say that it's kind of more better that you take this problem to God. Okay, put this in prayer. Put this in prayer, and tell God that you don't like what is happening, so that He will be able to help you out. Just know you are a noble speaker. I will take myself to God. That's my plan. Yes, that is better. And please always know that whatever it is that bothers you, please just take it to God. Cry to God if you have to. Just lock yourself in your room, cry to God. If you have to lay on the floor, roll on the floor, yeah, do it. But cry to God and tell God that I don't like the way my mom's treating me, that please help me out. And He will help you out. I will be with God soon. Good, thank you. So declaration for New Year. Let us speak intention. Let us speak intention into. So let us speak our intention into this year, this new year. So it's good for as many of us to kind of speak our intentions, whatever our intentions are. Thank you for your help. I will be with this. Thank you. That is very, very good. Please. That's just the best solution for you. So yes. Anyway. So let our intentions be known. Not necessarily like having to speak it out to anyone, but it's something that you can speak it out. You can speak it out to yourself, and just say out what your intentions are this new year, this new year of 2026. You can say this quietly, or you can type it in the chat. I choose clarity over confusion. Not forever, please. No, not forever. Please pray to God. Please pray to God. um, so I choose clarity over confusion. I choose growth over pressure. I choose consistency over perfection. I choose peace without avoidance. I enter 2026 with intention. So yeah,
I will see him. I will see him. I have clarity.
that's good, better. But please, please, whatever is in your heart that you're thinking, please don't end it. Just take whatever problems that you're facing right now to God, please. I beg you, please. Yes. So please, to as many men and women, wherever you are, yeah, you can say this quietly to yourself, or you can type this wherever you are. Okay. Okay. Goodbye. Good night, and hopefully we'll see you on tomorrow, by God's willing. Now, so now we are coming to. So we are on the last part now, part 8, closing words and prayer. As we begin 2026, remember this. You do not need to rush. You do not need to prove anything to anyone. You do not need to compete with anyone. A clear mind and a strong heart will take you further than noise ever will. Now, let us close with gratitude. So now, so to as many of you, so we're going to say this prayer now. Please follow me if you can. God, thank you for another year of life. Thank you for the strength, lessons, and new opportunities. Give us clarity in our minds. Strength in our hearts, and wisdom in all our decisions. Let 2026 be a year of steady growth, honesty, efforts, and meaningful progress. So yeah, so to as many of you, I know that this very prayer has touched many of you wherever you are, and I will just say to as many of you that no matter what is happening right now in your life, this new year is about becoming better. It's about becoming better for the sake of your family, for the sake of your family, your spouse, or your husband, your parents, your kids. It's about becoming better. But it is a process. It's a long process. It's not easy. I'm not gonna lie, it's not an easy process. But with the help of your family, they will help you. And at the same time, yeah, you can, if you feel that it's too much for you, you can seek professional advice from a counselor, like a family counselor, or just mainly just a professional counselor that will advise you on what you can do to help you to become better. Or you can kind of register online with on an online seminar for free, and find out where they have like free seminars on this, based on this kind of, as in whatever area in your life that is bothering you. Find out wherever they're having these seminars, so you can either attend there physically, or you can go there online, depending on where you live or what country you live. And with that, you'll be able to seek clarity and get the kind of advice that you so desire. But apart from that, I will say to as many of you, happy new year. To as many all around the world, both men and women, happy new year. And I would like to say thank you to as many of you that has taken time to come out with me, as in to be with me here, and all your comments is really much appreciated. Thank you for as many of you from your various countries, including one of them that came from Kenya. Thank you. I really appreciate all of you and all your support. And yeah, to this very person, yeah, thank you for taking my advice, and always know that God is on your side, and there is nothing that He cannot do. He will always help you. But yeah, for now, so yeah, that is it for now. And I would just say to as many of you, once again, please, before I go, help me to subscribe, comment, thumb up, to like me, help me to share it with your family members, your colleagues, and other women who needs to hear this. And please help me and spread this message viral. Please, I really want to see it viral to everywhere. If possible, please help me. And yeah, it will be much appreciated. So once again, it is your girl Adez, and I will see you all on tomorrow, by God's willing. And good night, God bless, and do take care, and yeah, Happy New Year to your families as well. So I will see you all on tomorrow, and